As a teacher, I've used letters many times in my writing, in books, in articles, in Golf Digest or other magazines to describe a swing position or a swing action. And the letter L is a real good one. And I've had a lot of success using this with players at every level, from beginners to mid-range players to even tour players. I used it a lot with Lenny Matisse on the PGA Tour. Lenny almost won the Masters. He lost to Mike Weir in a playoff. He won twice on the PGA Tour. He's a great friend of mine and really did some great improving in his golf game, for sure with the letter L. And you get the letter L in the backswing by taking the right hand, right arm off the club, and you see that the club and the left arm form the letter L on the backswing. So that gives you a full wrist set at the 3/4 position. I'll also look here at the club face to see that it's lined up with the back of the left wrist and it's square. I don't want to see the face flipped open or shut right here, but look to see if it's in good shape. So we formed a nice little letter L right there. I can hold it with the tip of my fingers with my right hand or just take it off. This gives me a little support, but that gives you the idea of setting the letter L. And when we look at where the shaft points, it points pretty close to the target line, right down here, the line that the ball is on. Not at the ball, but at a point behind the golf ball, right there. And that's a nice little spot to look for your letter L to point. Now, some players in the backswing might have it a little more up. That's okay. When they come down, there's going to be a little fall down. But for right now, we'll just kind of look at this simplicity of the letter L formed this way. When I go through to the other side and hit the golf ball and go through, it resets, recocks, and the right arm and the shaft now form the letter L. I've got a good right arm extension. The club is released. It's back on the plane, and I've kept my body going with it when I go through. In other words, I don't go through and flip the club through with an L looking this way with a kind of a broken L. I want to be able to move my body through and get to this L position in this fashion where I've also moved my feet and my hips. So you do this first with a practice swing so you can start to feel the L. Now, this is not a distance drill, it's just a positioning drill. Now, after you do this for a while, I remember when Lenny did this, when he went to the tour school, he did it every day. And he could get where he'd hit this little L swing where every ball seemed would go right at the pin. Hit the center of the club face, wham, right at the pin, right at the pin. Another person that I've used this drill with is Christy Kerr, and I still see Christy do this at LPGA Tour events. She reached the #1 ranking in the world last year. She's currently ranked #2, and she's hit thousands and tens of thousands of balls on this range. But we used to do a lot of work when she was younger on the little L drill. Do that little drill, you'll start to sync up your body, your pivot, and you'll get the wrist setting on both sides of the swing. And it's a tremendous drill for developing a good swing plane, hitting the center of the club face, and hitting really quality golf shots.